Hey there, Aries, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of March 2022. We're going to take a look at past, present, and near future energies for you. Also, Aries, please remember energies do go both ways, so I could be picking up on your energy or your person's energy. Take the energies as they resonate. Also, Aries, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. And thanks again for tuning in. Wow, these are some intense energies. You got love on the brain, man. Okay, Aries, let's talk about it. So, the main energy for your reading this month is the Knight of Swords. You really want to take action. You know what you want to do. You know where you want to go. And the Knight of Swords is kind of an energy of like sitting on pins and needles. Like, I can't stop myself. I can't not do this, right? And there's a very, very powerful connection showing up here for you. So I can't wait to clarify this. In the recent past, you get the Three of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Hermit. Somebody here has a desire to reconcile, to get back together. But somebody here is also very, very resistant because there's a lot of internal healing that needs to take place. And I feel like whoever this is, and this could be you or your person, right? I'm going to say you throughout this reading because this is your reading, but it could very well be their energy. You would know who it belongs to. Somebody here realizes on some level that they have a lot of internal healing to do. And that's why they're kind of like, I do want to reconcile, but they're kind of pushing it off. They're kind of fighting it off. So we'll see why that happened in the recent past. In the current situation, you get the Queen of Cups, the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, love. And what's interesting is both of these cards are indicative of love that goes both ways. So it's not just you loving them. It's not just them loving you. You love them and they love you. This is a connection where you both kind of feel what the other person's feeling. You are that in tune. You are that connected. There's something shifting or changing here in this connection in the current situation. So we'll see what that is when we clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Now, in the near future, you get the Seven of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Death, Rebirth. Something tied up to your material world is showing up here in the near future. It's almost like you're trying to decide whether you should put an end to something. And I don't feel like this has to do with a relationship. I feel like this has more to do with your career or your job or your money in the material world. You're showing me here, I'm trying to figure out where my stability lies. Where can I make the most abundance? Where can I bring in the most prosperity for myself? And that could mean resurrecting something, bringing something back, or that could mean putting an end to something. So we'll see what this is about when we clarify. So let's see. For a fire sign, you have one wand. Lots of pentacles, lots of cups in your reading. So let's see. I'll start off by clarifying the main energy for your reading, which is the Knight of Swords. King of Swords. Wow, dude. You go from the Knight to the King. Definitely a lot of mental clarity happening here for you. All right. Well, now I know what it is that you want to do. The Knight of Swords is clarified by the King of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Fool. You want to have a brand new beginning in love with this person. I feel like you and this person and this connection, energetically, you guys are still very much connected. But in the 3D world, I feel like there's a separation. I don't feel like you guys are next to each other or with each other physically. You're showing me here, I'm determined to make this happen. I'm determined to wipe the slate completely clean, start over, have a fresh start. The Fool is literally zero. It's like starting from scratch, as if like we never knew each other. All the negative things that happen, everything. Let's just wipe the slate clean. Let's start over. All right. Told you got love on the brain. Let's take a look at your recent past. I want to see what the Three of Cups is for you in the recent past. Three of Cups is clarified by the Five of Swords, Six of Swords, Five of Wands. You're telling yourself in the recent past, reconciliation? What? Me? Absolutely not. I've completely given up on this. There's no way. I don't want to reconcile with this person. I've left. I've walked away. I'm done. That conflict, the drama, whatever issues they had or they brought to this connection, I'm over dealing with their shit. I don't want to deal with it anymore. And I don't even want to reconcile with this person. I'm not thinking about this person. And I feel like you're the one that decided to walk away and disconnect for some reason. However, or again, it could be your person, right? Take the energy as it resonates. But you're showing me like, yeah, I'm the one that walked away. I disconnected. I don't want to reconcile. But the Five of Swords is here, which is kind of giving you away. Where it's like you may genuinely believe. You may be telling yourself, I don't want to reconcile. I don't want to reconcile. I don't want to reconcile. but on some level, you definitely do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be having this energy of a reconciliation even coming up, right? Because if you're totally done, if you've actually completely moved on, you wouldn't really be thinking about the person. You wouldn't even be entertaining the idea of reconciling with them to the point where you're like, no, I'm not. I gave up on that. You know, I walked away. Let's take a look at the Seven of Wands for you in the recent past. Seven of Wands is clarified by the Hermit. You get the Hermit again here in the recent past. Give me two more for the Seven of Wands. You're getting so many repeating cards. Hermit, Hermit. Three of Cups, Three of Cups. So, Seven of Wands is clarified by the Hermit, the Three of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're kind of like fighting yourself and almost bullshitting yourself here. You keep showing me, I don't want to reconcile. I'm not even thinking about this. I walked away. I'm done with this. Okay. Well, why does the idea of reconciliation keep coming up for you? Also, why is it tied up to you trying to fight it and resist it? If you genuinely gave up or released something, you don't have any resistance to it. But what I'm seeing here is a lot of resistance. Because deep down, Aries, you do want to reconcile. You do want to make things work with this person. You're willing to put in the work to make this energy of reconciliation happen. You're very open to that. But I feel like, again, this is all on a very deep subconscious level, almost to the point where you may not even realize that you're carrying this energy, or you may realize it, but you don't want to acknowledge it. Let's take a look at the Hermit here for you in the recent past. That's why you don't want to acknowledge it, because it stresses you out. The Hermit's clarified by the Strength, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords. The reason you're burying this desire so deep within you, the reason you're not willing to acknowledge it, is because it stresses you out, because it's taking a lot of effort for you. And by the way, I don't know if you realize this, but it is taking a lot of effort on your part to keep this energy buried down, to pretend like you're not feeling it, because it keeps resurfacing and you keep shoving it down, and it keeps resurfacing and you keep pushing it down. But the reason you're doing so is because acknowledging it and dealing with it is very stressful to you. It scares you, it intimidates you, it stresses you out. And Spirit is showing me here that this energy keeps resurfacing because there's something here that needs to be healed, whether within you or with the other person, right? And that's not saying that you have to do anything about it, but it is showing me that like something here needs to be healed. That's why it keeps coming up. That's why it keeps resurfacing for you. Let's take a look at the Queen of Cups for you in the current situation. Queen of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. There's a lot of confusion happening for you here surrounding this connection and surrounding the emotions that you feel for this person, and also the emotions that you feel energetically coming into you from them. Because like I said, you guys are definitely energetically connected. I just don't feel like you're communicating in the 3D world. So there's a lot of confusion, and it's very difficult for you to also deal with that because, again, in the recent past, you're so used to taking these feelings and burying them that the fact that they keep coming up and you keep feeling them is difficult for you to cope with. And it's bringing in a lot of confusion. Like, I didn't ask a question, Spirit. Like, why am I dealing with this? Why do I keep thinking about this? Why do these feelings keep coming up for me? So yeah, that's where the confusion lies for you. Let's take a look at the Lovers for you in the current situation. The Lovers is clarified by the Two of Swords, Five of Cups, Four of Pentacles. You're really confused about something that happened between you two in the past. You're not letting go of this connection. You're not letting go of the love and emotions that you carry for this person. That's not going anywhere. However, there is something that took place in the past between you and this person where you're very unclear about why it happened, how it happened, why it took place, why things ended or evolved in the way that they did. And you're showing me like, I'm holding on to this energy. Whatever happened in the past, I can't let it go because I don't have the clarity that I need. I'm still very confused. And I feel like that's what's difficult for you. That's why you keep burying the feelings of wanting to reconcile. That's why you're very confused about these feelings that keep coming up. There's confusion tied up to this past event that took place where you're kind of like, I can't move past this. Let's take a look at the Wheel of Fortune for you in the current situation. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Devil, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. So something shifted. I feel like this isn't a shift that's happening in the current situation. I feel like something in the recent past shifted. And it kind of destabilized this whole energy of something that you viewed as very stable. So it could be that you viewed this connection as very stable. It could be that you viewed this person that you were dating as very stable. That, you know, somebody that you could see having a future with, somebody that you could see being very grounded in their energy. Something happened, and it happened very quickly, which kind of really scared you and it freaked you out. And I feel like it could have been a pattern that this person kept exhibiting. You know how, like, at the beginning of relationships, when things happen, we kind of look at them through rose-tinted glasses and we're like, that's going to change. That's going to be better. It's going to improve. But then I feel like over time, you started realizing, like, this pattern is not going to improve, and this pattern is not going to change, and this pattern is actually destabilizing this connection and destabilizing me. And that kind of came in almost like a very quick, sudden, like a realization for you. And that kind of froze. Everything froze for you because you're like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to approach this. Do I walk away? Do I not? Can I fix this? Can I not? You're showing me here, like, I needed to take a pause. I needed to take a break because, you know, this happened very, very quickly. Something shifted in the way you viewed this person, in the way you perceived the connection, which caused you to just be like, okay, wait a minute, I need to pause. That's in your current situation. Let's take a quick look at the near future. I want to see what the Seven of Pentacles is for you in the near future. The Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles again, the Death, which you get again in the same row in the near future, and the Six of Pentacles. So you go from the Seven of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. Something that you decided to end, or that has ended for you, really brought about a lot of balance. It's almost like you're looking at this, it could have ended, or it could be that you're trying to decide whether to end it. But either way, you're showing me here, I don't know what to do about this. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I, what should I do about this? And then it's almost like you're realizing, or you're coming to the understanding where it's like, okay, if I end this, if I put an end to this, that's what's going to restore balance for me here. Now, again, this could be you deciding to end the connection because this person is bringing in a lack of stability for you, or it could be you deciding to end a certain aspect of the connection, like you deciding to end the fact that you're entertaining this person's BS, or the fact that, you're not communicating, or whatever, right? There is something here which you're looking at it and you're like, if I end that, that might be what's going to bring in the balance that I desire. And you do desire balance here. You do desire stability. Let's take a look at the King of Pentacles for you in the near future. King of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Some of you may be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But what I'm seeing here is you do want to take action. You have a desire, almost like a passion burning within you, where you're like, this is what I want to do. This is where my energy is being pulled towards. And it's to take action to start something new. Now, I don't necessarily feel like this is within a connection. I feel like this has a lot more to do with your stability. It's almost like there was this little spark, like a little glimmer of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not intuition, but like a glimmer of like an idea. And you're like, oh, that could actually work. And I feel like you're stepping into this energy of like, okay, let me start moving in that direction. Let me make something happen here. Let me create this. Let me build on this little idea, this little spark that I had, and develop it into something more. Let's take a look at the Death for you in the near future. Wow. 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 Okay. The Death is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Star. You want to bring something back here. I feel like there is a soul connection that you're realizing brought in a lot of happiness for you. I don't know if it's the same person that you want to reconcile with. It could be, or it could be somebody else where you're kind of like, wait a minute, that person, that connection brought in so much happiness for me, and I want to resurrect that. I want to bring that back. And it's not only that you want to do that, it's like there's a deep desire within you because this person, because this connection brought in a lot of happiness for you. Like the Ten of Cups is one of the happiest cards in this deck. Emotional fulfillment, emotional, like complete emotional happiness. And so I see you kind of like getting a bit of a spark where you're like, maybe this is something that I can bring back that's going to bring me that happiness. Because I do definitely see a divine connection showing up here for you. And it's somebody you have history with. This isn't somebody new. let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this week. Or sorry, this month. Okay, listen. You're dealing, I feel, with one specific person here because these energies are intense. You're looking at this person like my person, the person for me. I want that one. From the universe, you get the Eight of Wands, the Empress, the King of Cups. You want to open up to this person. You want to express your love, and you are carrying a lot of love for them. Like I said, you look at them like your person, the person for you. They're looking like a snack, and you are starving, okay? And I see you having the desire to open up here to this person, and I feel like in the near future you will. Something shifts. Something shifts from lacking balance into restoring balance. And once you restore that balance, it's like the floodgates open and you're like, okay, now I can do what I want. Now I can act based on how I feel. Very cool, Aries. So let's close off your monthly reading with an oracle card from the universe. A time for healing. Remember how I said in the recent past, somebody here realizes that there is some healing that they want to do, which is why they're not fully approaching this reconciliation. I feel like that's what you're going through here in the recent past. You're going through some healing of things that weren't very clear to you, something that needed to be worked on. It's finally resurfacing for you to work on it, to heal it, and I feel like you actually are doing that. So Aries, that is what I have for you for this month. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and make sure to check out your weekly reading up on the channel. Thanks again for tuning in, Aries. I will see you here for your weekly readings next week. Bye, Aries.